And here we go.
Hey, welcome. We are so excited to have you with us. It is so fun to put all of your faces with your names. I can't tell you how excited that Kathy and Michelle and I are to welcome you to the 2025 low carb cruise going out of Alaska. It's been over 5 years since we went to Alaska, and it is a beautiful, beautiful place. And how many of you, just by raising your hand, how many of you have been to Alaska before? Yeah, a few times. Okay, good, 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 good. All right. Well, we're just going to start in here really quick. I'm going to let Michelle go first, and she is going to tell us all about all of the exciting swag and door prizes and everything that people have been so generous to contribute. And then I'm going to turn it over to Kathy a little bit, and we may switch things around. We'll see how things go here. And then we have a list of questions that people have turned in, and then you can feel free to post your questions over there, and we will try to answer them as they come in. So Michelle, take it away, girl.
Whee! Hi, everybody. All right. So let me tell you something. I was honestly a little bit concerned about swag this year because I was trying to reach out to new people and new companies, and we had companies that normally gave us stuff that have been making some changes. So I honestly was like, when I started sending out my emails the beginning of this year, but holy monkey, the generosity of these companies that the items you guys are going to get in your swag bags this year is going to be nuts. Let's just put it this way. Port King Good is sending 17 boxes to our Washington mailing address right now. You know
Yeah.
what that means, right?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yay.
So yeah, they went like bananas. Also carnivore bar. And I know my very first cruise, we had carnivore bar that was provided as door prizes. Guess what? Everybody on the ship is getting a carnivore bar in their swag bag. Y'all know how much that was, right? Big money right there.
It's pricing. It's
Very,
pricing.
very expensive. And they were like, enjoy. So we've got Scrummy Sweets, which this is going to be the first time they've done anything with the cruise. I reached out to them. I am completely obsessed with their gummy bears, as are our grandchildren. And they are sugar free and they're no dyes, no artificial anything. So they're great for you or your, kids or grandkids, or again, for you. Feel free to keep them for yourself. Egg Life is going to be providing us with coupons again this year, and that's everything is going to be completely rebranded with them. That's why they're one of the companies that rebranded because they stopped selling online. They're 100% in stores now, but they're making sure that we're taken care of with all of the new fancy stuff on there. Um, Keto Brick is going to be feeding us at our meet and greet the night before we leave for the cruise, again, like they did last year. Salty and Keto Chow, of course, they come through it for us every single year. We're going to have the electrolytes. We'll also have Element. So if you like both of them or either or, y'all can trade with each other if you want to. Sorry, I'm trying to add more people in. Redmond's is providing us with the little salt shakers again this year. So you've got your salt. You don't need to worry about bringing salt with you on the cruise, and
Okay,
you'll be good
thank
for
you.
that. And then for door prizes, we've got Audacious Nutrition. So Chia, who was on the ship last year, she's providing us with door prizes. I believe Rosettes, which Dr. Rowe and Dr. Tro will both be on the ship again
Rogatro.
this year. Dr. Tro. I'm giving you guys presents, but I'm not telling you what it is. Let me see. Performance Gains. So Jonathan Shane's company, he's going to send some door prizes, Perfect Keto, and Scrummy Sweets. I'm sorry, not Scrummy Sweets. Choco Perfection is bringing truffles for all of us, guys. Not only for our swag bags, but also for giveaways. Joseph's excited about that. And she's actually carrying them on the ship
Yeah.
with her so that they don't get damaged. So Mary Jo is very protective
Yeah, that's
of the
great.
truffles for us. So yeah, we've got a good group this year, a great list of things that are going to be in our swag bags.
Okay, thank you, Michelle, for all of your hard work with that. I'm gonna probably say a little bit more before I turn it over to Kathy. But I just want you all to know that Michelle and Kathy are just the most incredible ladies, and they are such a huge support to me, and I love them like sisters. And yeah, we're pretty fun. The low carb cruise has been going on for 16, 17, 18 years, something like that. I've been on it from the very beginning. There's a few of you on there that have joined us many, many times. Raise a hand of who's been on a low carb cruise before. There's a few of you on there, right? Yeah. Okay. How many new people? Some new ones?
Yay.
Okay. Okay. Welcome. You are in for such an incredible treat. You truly are. I want to go over a few things that I want to make sure that that you have as far as your documents go. Hopefully, you all have passports or birth certificates or picture ID with you. Does anyone have any questions about those documents that you're going to be required to show? If you don't, just pop them into the chat there. Who has not started their online check-in? If you have not started your online check-in, I encourage you strongly to go ahead and try to do that. I've had a couple of people that have said that they can't get on, and it's because I have their birth dates switched. Royal asked for birth dates in a day, month, year. And here in the US, we're used to posting them as a month, day, year. And so I had a few that were sort of messed up on that, and I apologize for that. Patty Huddleston, I got yours fixed. Hopefully you can get in there soon on that. Okay, along with your passports and your IDs, you're going to need your set sail pass, which will be issued when you finish your, Kathy's showing a little picture of it there, if you can see it. You're going to need that when you
This is
when
yeah,
we get
and
to
this
the
is actually a
port.
copy of the one from my phone. When you check in on the app, it gives you a set sail pass. But whenever I show people my phone, it just reflects and you don't see it. So I printed it, but that's your set sail pass, and that's what gets you on the ship the first day.
Michelle,
After
if
that,
you have your
you get a card.
Michelle Stewart, your question, if you have your passport, that is perfect, and then you need that set sail pass. You can show it as a screenshot on your phone, or you can print it out. Some of us that are OCD on some things, we print it out, we show it on our phones, we make screenshots, we just over prepare on some of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when we well, let's start at what's going on Thursday night. Hopefully you have, if you are going to use our group transportation, you are flying in on Thursday or before to go around Seattle. And at the meet and greet, and Kathy will tell us more details on that meet and greet, but we have posted information about how to get from the airport to the hotel. So pay attention to that. It has gone out in emails and it has been posted in the Facebook group. Make your way over to the hotel, get checked in. It's a lovely place, good people there. And on Thursday night, we will have our meet and greet from 7 to 9. Registration is going to close at 8:30. We're not going to serve any kind of a dinner, but there will be treats. Kathy will give you more information on that, but she's got a lot of fun activities planned for us, and it's just going to be really fun to meet each other and see the 300 plus other people that we are going to be sailing with all week long, making new friends and just having a wonderful time. Let's just go ahead, Kathy, and you tell us what we need to know about the buses and the meet and greet and all of that kind of thing.
Okay, there were a couple of questions in here. One person was asking about the Crown and Anchor Society number, if you need that, and you should put that on your reservation, correct?
The question was, does your husband need one? Not necessary if you have one, but it's good for both of you to have one. If there might be a time when he might be sailing without you or vice versa, it's always good to get those points added up on that.
And
let's see, Joe is asking, how large does my extra suitcase have to be to accommodate all the special loot? Yeah, you're going to need to bring a little bit more. maybe put you in a flat type foldable duffel that you can throw some of that kind of stuff in.
I have a foldable duffel, although the swag isn't super huge. And those of us who are getting pork and good will probably eat it while we're on the ship. So you don't have to worry about packing that. It's just going to get eaten.
It's going to eat it.
That's right. I'm going to eat mine, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, back to the meet and greet. We are going to all be getting together. Those of us who are at the hotel. If you're not there, it's fine. I mean, it's not something that's mandatory. It's something we offer, and it's a lot of fun. We're going to you come between 7 and 9. It's come and go as you please. There's no special time to arrive. Just be there before 8:30 for registration, because somewhere between 7 and 8:30. Registration is where you're going to pick up your name tags and your lanyards. These lanyards are really handy. You can keep your CPAS card in there if you want when we're sailing. It's got a little zippered pouch, but your name tags will be in there. And you'll also have a redeemed swag bag ticket inside your name tag, which you can redeem once you're on the ship. We can't get all the swag into the hotel. Wish we could, but then we'd have to figure out how to get the leftovers onto the ship, and we're just not that crafty yet.
Oh, Kathy, you got
I've been
muted.
talking mute this whole time, haven't I?
No.
Really? You heard me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. That's weird because it said I was
Keep
muted.
going.
Keep muted you. I'm sorry.
Huh? Somebody would have said, hey, Kathy, we can't hear you. Anyway, you're going to get your name tags at the meet and greet, or you can get them on the ship. We have two different one time set up at the ship where you can come pick them up if you're not going to the meet and greet. If you're using our group transportation, also when you get your lanyards is when you're going to pick up your bus tickets. We'll have envelopes with your names in them. Right now we have 5 buses. We have different colored tickets for each bus. You will get assigned a bus. Just stay with your group. Anybody who's a party, if you've completed the survey that we sent out, I'll keep your party together on the same bus to the best of my ability. If you're in the same cabin, you're definitely going to be on the same bus, but I will do my best to keep parties on the same bus. Coming back, some of you will go back to the group hotel. Some of you will go to the airport. And if your party is split up, then obviously you'll probably be on 2 different buses, because some of you are going back to the hotel and some are going straight to the airport. The other thing that you're going to have inside your envelope is going to be the tickets for the panels that we're having this year. It's a little different than what we've done in past for the low carb cruise. We have a conference center that doesn't hold everyone. It's only large enough for about 110 people. So we had to have our seminars in the theater, which is really big, and it's going to be nice. So we're going to see all of our speakers in a great big stage. But in order to make use of the conference center, we decided to do some panel discussions with smaller groups, and each of you were able to sign up if you were interested. And so you'll get your tickets there, and on the tickets, it's going to have what day and what time that particular panel is that you signed up for. To my knowledge, everybody was able to get their first choice. So if you're wondering, everyone got their first choice of which panel they were going to attend. And let me think if there's anything else. Hold on. I made myself some notes. When you pick up your bus tickets, we're going to let you know what time and where to meet the buses. When you pick them up, we don't really know exactly how the hotel is laid out right now, but we'll have all that instructions when you come. Okay. When you look at the schedule, have you guys seen the schedule yet? We've posted it for the group. You're going to see that we've got it broken down into like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. This is how the ship tells us. This, like, day 1 is our first day on board. Day 2, which is going to be Friday, and day 2 is a Saturday. So this will help you keep our schedule and the ship's schedule synced up, I'm hoping. Somebody made that suggestion last year, and I thought it was a good one. So if you're taking our buses, we do ask that you bring some cash because we're going to be tipping the drivers and the porters. So please bring some small bills with you so that our volunteers can collect tips for everybody. Let me see. Oh, okay. Again, our instructions for when we get off the ship, if you're using our buses, on the schedule, you're going to see on day 7, Thursday, June 19th at 9 o'clock in the Royal Theater, we're going to give instructions on how our group will get off the ship, those of us who are using the group transportation. I advise that somebody from your group attends that seminar so that you know what we're supposed to do. Last year, they were able to give us a room to wait in, and we were able to call out each bus at a time. Bus number 1, go ahead and leave the ship. And it worked really well. So we're hoping they're going to do the same for us this year. Yes, Debbie?
They're working on that. It's been requested, and she's waiting to hear back from the ship people.
That's excellent, because that worked out pretty well. I mean, we were just able to send everybody out at once, and they were able to find the buses out there and get loaded up, and it worked out really well. So we're hoping they'll do that for us again. And I think that's everything I have, unless somebody thinks I overlooked something. That's me.
Thank you, Kathy. On that Friday morning when we're leaving, most of you are going to be at the Doubletree Hotel, and we want you to meet promptly at that designated area with your tickets on hand, in hand, so that we can get you where you need to go. Don't wait for the last minute to come down. Please get your breakfast set away and come down. And it's going to be quite a process to get all 200. There's 250 that are riding the buses. Kathy, is that right?
Correct.
There's 250 people riding the buses, so we have 5 people. We have 5 buses, and we're going to have people helping the bus drivers load things. And you'll always want to keep your luggage with you until you see it getting onto the bus.
Right.
And we will all be out there and guiding you with instructions on where to find this. If I remember from 5 years ago in this hotel, the bus pickup area is back towards the back of the hotel area by the parking lots there. So
yeah, Debbie, Danny had a question. She's going to be showing up the morning of to ride with the group. So show her what we'll be wearing so she can find one of us and we can tell her what bus she's on. We're going to be the 3 ladies with the crab hats.
So,
just
Kathy,
find
Michelle and I are going to be crabs. Hopefully we will not be crabby, but yeah, just keep a lookout for our little crabbies here. We thought about wearing moose heads.
Moose antlers.
They're too big. So anyway, look for the others.
Also, somebody was asking about what time Friday in the morning. We're planning on meeting around 9, and the buses will probably begin leaving around 9:30. We do ask that you don't dilly-dally. So even though we say around 9 and the first bus, maybe it fills up at 9:15, they may go ahead and start leaving. So we're asking that you just all start to meet up around 9 o'clock.
Unfortunately, in the past, there have been people who did not hear or did not listen to the instructions. And there were a few that got left at the hotel. We don't want that to happen to you. So please make sure that you listen and understand the instructions of when you're supposed to be there, where you're supposed to be there. You'll want to have on your luggage your what are those things called?
A luggage
Those
tag?
things, luggage tags. You're going to want
Luggage
to
tag.
have you're going to want to have your luggage tags on your suitcases. You do not have to have those fancy ones there. If you choose to just fold them all up and put them on your suitcases, you will get your luggage tags in your electronic documents, which I will be sending out to you about 30 days out is when they will present them to me. And
And they're paper, you print them and they're foldable and you can staple it onto your handle and we will have staplers.
And these luggage tags are how the porters know where your luggage is to be delivered. Now, once we get on the buses and on our way down to the Seattle Pier, we're going to be enjoying the downtown Seattle area a little bit. We will go into the pier when we get off and as we're driving, as Kathy mentioned, we're going to be collecting gratuities for the bus driver and for the porters. We have volunteers on the buses who will be collecting those. And then when we get off the buses, of course, the first bus there, I believe I'm assigned to the first bus, Kathy.
You are?
Right? Yeah. So I'll be on that first bus and we will all get off the bus. We will look very closely at our seats and on the whole bus to make sure that you have not left anything on your seats. We will get off and the suitcases will start being pulled out of the bus. Do not leave that bus area until you see that your luggage has been taken out of there. You just make sure you eyeball it, all 2, 3, 4 pieces of it are there. And then you may start going towards where we will be checking in physically. You're going to have your passports and set sail documents in hand with your phone or however you choose to have it. Royal Caribbean has automized their process very, very well. They have agents that will be basically checking you in with their iPads. If it's done the same way at the Seattle port as it is at the other ones. Once you get checked in, they will guide you into the ship. And when you leave the bus area, you will not see your luggage again until probably 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock that night. They're going to get all 4,000 people plus luggage into the ship. And then the porters are going to start delivering them to our cabins. So once you get on the ship, you will immediately go find your muster station. And that will be on your set sail pass documents there. That is the first thing that you want to do. Gone are the days when we had to go out onto the deck of the ship and put on the life jackets and do all of that kind of stuff. While one of the things that we will be doing while we are on the buses is to, or that night before, is to indicate that you are healthy. There's one part there that you will mark that you are healthy, and then you will have your full okay to get on. And then there will be a video that you will be asked to listen to. This is why it's very important to have your the Royal Caribbean apps on your phones. So that you can listen to that video.
The health questions, I think, are the day before, and then the muster you can't do until the morning of. So we usually do it on the bus, and our bus leaders will have very strict instructions. They'll help you guys learn how to do your muster drill. And there's 2 different things. One you have to watch and one you have to listen to. They want you to listen to the sirens, the horns. And then once you get on the ship, you have to find your muster station, and then you've completed your muster duty.
And your instructions to your muster station will be very easy to follow. There will be Royal Caribbean people there that will guide you where it is, and it will tell you E5 is your muster station or whatever. You're going to go there. You're just going to say, "Hey, I'm so and so," or you're going to show them your phone. They're going to scan your barcode, and then you're checked in. The ship cannot leave until everybody has checked in for that muster thing. And that muster thing is indicating that you are indeed on the ship and that you have listened to the muster drill that you've listened to the ship gong thing, or what's it called? Ship. Yeah. Anyway,
the siren.
you know, the siren. There you go. So those are some of the things that you do right at the beginning, and then you can just go explore the ship. You can go up and have lunch in the Windjammer, or in the in one of the restaurants, dining rooms. Your cabins will not be available for you to go in until after 1 o'clock. So don't even try. Don't even try to go up to deck 12 or 11 or whatever deck your cabin is on until after 1 o'clock. They will open it up. How do you get into your rooms once they have it opened after 1 o'clock? Your set. What's that card called, Kathy? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm old. I cannot remember the name of things.
They're going to have your CPass card in a slip by your door. And that's how you're going to get into your room. And this is also going to be your credit card when you're on the ship. And this is how you're going to get into your stateroom.
Thank you.
It does not have your room number on it. It has the last 3 digits. So people, if you drop your card, it doesn't mean that somebody's going to be able to get into your room. They won't know where it is. But if you do lose it, you want to make sure you report it so that they can discontinue that one and issue you a new one to you. But this will be at your door.
Yeah. So that is your CPass card. That is different from your set sail pass that you have.
Correct.
This CPass card will be outside your door in a slot. And that's how you will get into your room.
And this is also what you're going to use to get on and off the ship after that. The set sail pass is only for the first day.
Yeah. Hey, Jenny,
you'll put that in your lanyard.
About keeping carry-ons with you, and I was going to say something with regards to Debbie when she said you're not going to see your luggage until 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock that night. If you have medications that you need to take or anything that you have to have by dinner time or whatever, keep it in your carry-on and bring your carry-on with you. And also, when we leave the hotel, if you have medications that are refrigerated, please remember to check the fridge. We had a bus.
We had to do a U-turn last year. You're right. We did.
Go grab medication, and they ended up bus number 3 ended up being bus number 5 by the end of it.
It didn't really matter. We weren't that late. It was not too bad.
But yeah, we had to make sure you're double checking your hotel rooms as we're getting ready to leave, because sometimes things can be a little bit of a fluster in the mornings.
Yeah. Someone was saying, what time, Lois? Okay, where and what time do we meet on the ship on Friday? We'll actually all see each other again at 5 o'clock. We'll have dinner in the main dining room, and so that's when we can get together as a group. But when you first get on board, like Debbie said, just go enjoy the ship, look around, have some lunch. If you're not going to come to the meet and greet and you want to pick up your registration, your name tags and stuff like that, we're going to have that from 7:30 to 8:30 at the conference center, which is on deck 13 aft. Aft is the back of the ship. So between 7:30 and 8:30 on the ship is when you can get your name tags. But it's also in the schedule. So when you see the schedule, you'll see all that stuff.
Yeah, you'll understand that. So we're on the ship. We've had lunch. We've gotten into our cabins. The next time we'll see each other, as Kathy said, is at dinner time. We are going to have our dinner at 5 p.m. It is going to be on deck 4 in the Silk restaurant dining room. I got the schematics of it. I'm starting to do the assigning everybody tables. This ship is going to be a little bit different than we have been used to. It has more tables that are 2 to a table and 4 to a table than on other ships. There are a few that have 6 up or 8 up or 10 up. But the biggest majority of them are going to be 4 up. Some of you have requested to set 2 to a table, some 4, some 6, 8, 10. I will do my very best to get us there, and I will enjoy thoroughly going around that whole area, meeting with each and every one of you. If I don't come to your table, please find me somewhere and tell me that I haven't done it, because last year I missed a whole table the whole week, and I felt so bad about that.
Well, they were kind of off, Kathy? And you didn't realize they were a part of the group, and it was like, oh no.
I am so sorry, alls. That is just so bad that I missed you. I felt so bad. And I have felt so bad the whole year.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. It wasn't your fault. Somebody's asking about phone and internet connections. I know there's a place for Royal Caribbean to purchase a plan. It does your, I don't know how to answer that one. Sherry Watkins' question. Can you see it? Do I need this plan if I have my carrier to provide me with daily international connection fee? I don't know.
Okay, let me go back to the questions here. Okay, Jenny. Okay, I'm going clear up to let's see, Michelle Stewart. Have we answered your question? What time do you expect to be in Friday morning? Is that Friday morning? Oh, what time do we expect to get on the ship on Friday morning? The buses will be leaving about 9:30, 10 o'clock. We should all be on board probably at the very latest by 11:30. I think that most of us will be there 11:30, 12. Is that your answer, Michelle? Yeah, okay. Jenny, my online registration said I can board between 12 and 12:30. I assume I will be assigned to a bus that arrives then. Good question, and thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to let you know that. You have a time assigned. If you are going with a group bus, just ignore the time that the Royal has given us, that has given you. We will, they will check us in as each bus arrives, and we don't need to worry about, like some of you have been given 10:30, some have been given 11, some have been given 12:30, some have been given 1. Great, I'm glad you have those numbers, but you can just ignore those. Okay, they will check the buses in as you board with the group. Julie Linhart, all the t-shirts and jackets order being mailed yet? I just thought about that this morning. We will, I believe Autumn said that she was going to start that soon. Is that correct, Kathy and Michelle?
Yes. I don't remember the date exactly, but I want to say she said May 5th, which is Monday coming up is what I think.
Okay, Lois, where and what time do we meet on the ship on Friday? My flight is too late for Thursday at the hotel. Yeah. We already did that one? Okay, Sherry.
Jenny wanted to know, can we keep carry-on bags with us when boarding? Actually, you better hang on to them when you're boarding. Keep your carry-ons with you until you get to your room, okay?
Shirts will be mailed this week.
Okay, this week.
Thank you. Thank you. Did we answer Sherry's question about phone and internet?
No. Sherry Watkins?
Okay. Okay, Sherry, I know there's a place with Royal Caribbean to purchase a plan. Do I need this plan if I have my carrier to provide me with a daily international connection fee? With ATT, I think it's $10, or does that not work on a cruise ship? You will want to have Wi-Fi if you will need to purchase Wi-Fi, expect to use it on the ship. Otherwise, we get out on the ocean and you will end up with roaming charges. Even if you have an international plan, you will end up with roaming charges. Since we are in Alaska and we'll be close to land a whole lot, and we will be, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we will be on the shore. You can check your internet then. Your provider will work there. But if you are using it on the ship, don't depend on that because of the roaming charges. There have been people that have got back home that did not put their phones on airplane mode, and they ended up with a bill of thousands of dollars. Oof. So you just need to make sure that you have that. So your answer, Sherry, it will not work on the ship. So make that. Will a passport card be okay versus the passport book? The passport cards are good for going over the border from the US into Canada and back. Passport books are highly recommended for us in Seattle. Going out of Seattle, your card will probably be okay. But if you're going to be traveling any other places in the future, your passport book is highly recommended. After muster station, you can go to your room at 1 o'clock. Yes, you answered that. Can we keep carry-ons with us when we're boarding? Yes. Can we keep a small backpack with us? Yes. Michelle's already answered all these. My cabin mate has a and you have an 11:30, yes, you can board at the same time. Deadline for ordering the t-shirts has passed, yes. Although we can, I ask Aunt Autumn if she still has anything available, but I don't think that, I think it has passed. Danny is not staying at the hotel. I live in Washington. My husband is dropping me off at the hotel. We got that one?
Yeah,
You're
that's
ahead of
with the
me. I
crab.
appreciate it. Oh, perfect. Okay. Jillian, I just got confused. Did you say we'll all be on board? Michelle answered it. We'll all be on board the ship probably, yeah, by 11:30. Can you purchase an app? Sorry, I missed it. What time are we meeting? In what room to leave to get on the bus that day? Okay. Jen says,
so
sorry, I
from
missed it.
Jen
What time
Winkler.
are we meeting? Okay,
Right.
what room to leave to get on the bus the last day? We don't know that the name of that
Right.
room yet. That has
She was
been
asking for
requested.
where we're going to give the information. That's going to be in the Royal Theater. We're going to give everybody the information. Right. It's going to be Thursday, day 7, June 19th. If you're using our buses, you'd be at the Royal Theater at 9 o'clock to hear the announcements, but it's also in the schedule. And people were asking where the schedule was posted. Not only is it in the Facebook group, but we sent it out as an e-blast to everyone. So if you haven't gotten the schedule, go back and check some of your emails because you should have it. It doesn't have all the presentation titles yet, but it has all the dates and times.
Okay. Tammy says, and this is a good point, I heard that you should always have your passport booked because you had to fly out of Canada for an emergency. You cannot use a passport card. Yes, that is very true. It's always highly advisable to have the passport book. Jillian, your bus from hotel, my time was 11:30. 11:30 is the time that the ship gave you when they want you to check in, but you can just ignore that time. And we've answered that. Okay, did we get all of those? Mark is asking, do we actually disembark in Juneau, or is that a separate excursion? Yes, we have an excursion, or let's see, Juneau. Yes, Endicott Arms and Dawes Glacier and Juneau is on Tuesday. And yes, we can get off in Juneau. I had a few other questions that were asked on the Facebook group. Does the TV in the stateroom have movies or news? My husband's an introvert, and TV is his way of decompressing from a day of dealing with the crowds. Hey, I hear you on that. And yes, the stateroom has movies, it has news, and the only downside is that the movies may be repeated during the week. But hopefully you'll, yeah.
But it's fun to see some of the old stuff too.
That's true. The question was asked, what if we want to enjoy the ship and can't sit all day at the docks? Are we able to come and go? No, we're going to lock you in that room. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, you guys, this is your vacation. You are more than welcome to go wherever and do whatever you want. You know, usually Kathy's husband, Sheldon, is at the doors. He's the best doorkeeper ever. And it might be a little bit different, but hey, you guys, enjoy your time. Hopefully you're going to enjoy all of the speakers. Look at the schedule so that you make sure that you know when your favorite person is going to be up. But we are going to have some incredible speakers this whole time, and it's going to be a quick business of being at the theater and then getting done with that and then heading up to deck 13 aft, way back to the back conference room where we'll be holding our panels. And that won't happen to you every single day, but you'll want to be aware of when you're doing what. And
because you're only going to one panel instead of all 5. The bouncing back and forth between theater and panel should not be, that difficult.
Right. The seminar schedule, as we've mentioned, has been
a challenge.
It has been there. As soon as we get all of the speakers' titles, we will send out a new form, and then we will have a QR code that you can scan and bring up on your things. We will not have printed programs available for you, but we will have some signs put on walls at various places so that you can, they'll be posted on there. So we will have those. The question was asked, are there any convenience stores or grocery stores near the hotel? Kathy compiled a list of restaurants and convenience stores and everything. Yeah, and it was just sent out this week. So it's in your email box, or it is on the Facebook page. You can see that list of things. The question was asked, I have an Apple Watch. Will that be on ship time, or should I bring a standard watch? Google is my friend. And it says, on a cruise ship, your Apple Watch will generally follow your iPhone's time settings. If your iPhone is set to automatically adjust for time zones and you're on a cruise ship, your Apple Watch will likely also switch to ship time when your iPhone time zones change. However, if you prefer to keep your Apple Watch on a specific time zone, you can manually set it on your iPhone, and then it will stay that way on both devices. So just to make sure that you know what your iPhone is doing, and make sure that you always know what time is ship time, so that you can make sure that you're back in time from your excursions.
Especially with
can I use my Starbucks app on the ship? Yeah. Can I use my Starbucks app on the ship? Anthem of the Seas does not have a Starbucks on board. However, the ship has a cafe called La Patisserie, which serves espresso-based specialty coffees made with the Starbucks beans. And it was asked, do they offer any heavy cream, or do I need to bring my own? And is the coffee card package worth it if you don't do sweetened drinks? I'm not a coffee drinker myself, and so I don't know the answer to all of those, but I believe that the coffee card will work at any of those at any of those places there. Who has experience with the coffee card?
Right. You can just get a cappuccino or a latte with the coffee card. It doesn't have to be a sweetened drink. So my sister likes the coffee card. She buys it for her teas.
Ah, very good. Okay, somewhere I saw the ship is having a 70s theme night. Is this true? And if so, which day? Again, Google was my friend. Information about theme nights can be found in the cruise compass, which is usually placed in your stateroom each evening for the following day. Sometimes you have to ask for that paper copy to be delivered, but it'll also be in your app. If you want to plan in advance, you can find all of those type of activities on the Royal Caribbean app a few weeks before you sail. Just check under the daily planner section. Now the ship might have that 70s, 80s night. It might have, what are the other nights they have? Sometimes a white night. Anyway, yeah. So these are different from what the low carb cruise 20th party is. Okay, we will have in the, what's the name of that theater that we're having our party in?
I got the schedule right here. Hold on, I'll tell you.
I know I could, if I would look on it, I could tell. Oh, Music Hall.
Music Hall.
Okay, Music Hall. Yeah, on Wednesday night, Music Hall is our Roaring Twenties cocktail party, and boy, do we have a lot of fun.
And it's just our group.
It's just our group, and we've got all the speakers in there. You ought to see the Linsky, Dr. Linsky and Linnell dance, and they are so good. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. We had some great pictures from last year.
Yeah, some people will actually even come to the dinner that night at 5 o'clock wearing their 20s outfits if they want to.
Yeah.
Or you can wait for the party. It's up to you. Everybody on the ship looked at us really strange. Like, I didn't know there was a 20s night. I said, well, that wasn't for you. It was for us.
I like to put mine on and have it for during dinner.
I do it for dinner.
Formal nights are usually on the 2nd and 6th nights, but again, they sometimes change that. The 20s night may coincide with a formal night, and it may not. But we'll just have to see what happens on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. We already answered the question about traveling with a different check-in time.
Mhm.
You can check in together even if it's different. Someone was looking at the Turkish spa, and evidently Royal Caribbean has a Vitality Spa, and where it's a perfect place to indulge in a little me time. And on the Anthem of the Seas, you can purchase a pass that gets guest access to the heated stone chairs, the rainforest shower room, the infrared sauna, and the steam room. And I think that you possibly can book it ahead of time, but most people have said that it's usually not available until you're on board.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are
Got
there
another.
laundry facilities on the ship, or can you pay to have it done? Anybody know the answer to that one? Do we
No.
have
Yes.
washing machines? We do not have washing machines on the
No.
ship.
But there
However,
is.
you
They will
can.
wash your clothes, but it's not worth it.
And iron them.
Yeah,
They'll
they
take them
will.
out of the dryer
Yeah,
and
they
iron
will.
them. I mean, if you're into that type of thing.
Yeah, they do have a list that you can pay X amount to do a blouse or thing, but they also will provide a sack one night where everything that you can cram into that sack, they will clean for you for $39. So keep an eye out for that promotion if you need to have that. $34.99 a bag. You can fit as much as you want into the bag, and they'll take care of the rest. Okay, questions that haven't been answered.
Yeah, there's a few. Hold on. Can you purchase Wi-Fi online or through the app? Where do you purchase it? Yes, you can go in the app, or you can go online and into your account. It's called Voom package, or you can wait till you get on the ship, but usually it's a little more expensive. Some people will don't even do it until they get on the ship and then maybe buy it for the last 3 or 4 days. So you can do it that way too.
Right. Beverages that are at no cost are coffee, tea, punch, water, those kind of things. If you want a specialty coffee, then you might want to purchase that coffee
Mhm.
card, but you can always get coffee or tea. And Nancy, what do people wear for formal nights these days? That's totally up to you. You know, some of them want to dress up really fun, and other ones it's just not their thing. And it doesn't matter if you don't choose to dress up on formal night, it's okay. You can still come into the dining room or wherever.
Just don't wear your bathing suit.
Yeah, you can't wear your bathing suits. Okay. Oh, Robin says the spa I mentioned is sold out. Bummer. Does
if
the cruise
anybody
ship
needs a
have
formal
real
dress-
100% butter?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Michelle.
It's okay. We're lagging.
Sherry asked if the ship has real butter. It does. We heard that some of the ones coming out of Australia didn't, but we have had no problem with their butter. And don't be afraid to ask them for all the butter that you possibly need.
They'll bring you a whole
Okay.
gravy
Any
boat of butter if
questions
you ask
that
for it.
for sure?
There was
Yeah, for sure.
Will the panels be recorded if we can't attend? We're not
No.
planning on recording them.
No, we are not able.
Presentations will be.
Yes,
Correct?
the ones in the theater will be recorded. The panels will not. Although there may be some people that choose to go ahead and record them, and maybe they'll save them for us. But George Hazard has graciously agreed again to do his incredible job to record the presentations in the theater, but we are not going to make him run back and forth to the conference room to do those.
Michelle Stewart missed when the 20s night is. It's going to be Wednesday.
Yes, it's Wednesday.
Day 6, June 18th, 7:30 to 9:30 in the music hall. But it's also on the schedule. So if you're missing dates, don't worry about it. We have it on the schedule.
Okay, just really quick. Thursday is when we're going to do the meet and greet. Friday is when we board the ship, day 1. Saturday is day 2, where we're going to be cruising. Our seminar will be in the Royal Theater from 8 to 10 a.m. Come early. That's when you're going to get your swag bags. We're going to have presentations by coaches Danson and Grasso, and Two Crazy Ketos are going to be presenting them. Joe and Rachel are also going to be our MCs, and we always love them. That day we'll have a conference from 10:45 to 11:45. Healing through diet and lifestyle. Then we're going to have another one at 12:45 and 1:45. Let's talk hormones. Hormones. You do have to have tickets to attend those panels, and you will get those from Kathy at registration on Thursday night or on Friday night
in the conference center, 7:30
up in the conference room. Yes.
Kathy, do you want to tell them how important it is that they keep their lanyard on them for all of the seminars and everything else?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Michelle. Yes, in order to get into the Royal Theater, you do need to wear or bring with you. You don't have to wear it if you don't like wearing it, but bring this with you because it's a big ship and we don't know who all is going to be trying to get into our conferences. So this is like your ticket to get in. Okay. Thank you, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
That Saturday afternoon, we have another seminar in the Royal Theater. Door prizes are going to be held on Saturday afternoon. So you're going to want to make sure that you're there. Presentations that afternoon are by Maria Emmerich and Dr. Ann Childers. For door prizes, you must be present to win. We're going to be doing it very, very quickly. We're going to be pulling out, is it names we're doing?
We're drawing names. We're drawing names.
We're drawing names. And then we're going to have our volunteers running and handing you the door prizes.
It's going to be a sprint.
So make sure that you are there. And yeah, there you go. We're going to get exercises. Okay, on Saturday, we're going to be in Sitka. On Monday, we're going to be in Skagway. In Tuesday. Oh, Sunday, we're going to be in Sitka, right?
Yeah, there you go. Sunday is Sitka.
Sunday, Sitka. Monday, Skagway. Tuesday, Endicott Arms and Dawes Great Glacier and Juneau. And that's a time when you're going to want to be out on your balcony. You're up on deck so that you can see all those beautiful glaciers going by. Wednesday, we're going to be back in the Royal Theater for seminars with presentations in the morning by Dr. Vega and Dr. Linsky's. 2 panels that day, Overcoming Obstacles and Healthy Lifestyle and Fitness. Again, you'll need tickets to attend. That afternoon, we'll be in the Royal Theater. Again, door prizes, and we'll have presentations by Dr. Tro and Michelle Hearn. And then that night is our Roaring Twenties cocktail party. Thursday, day 7, we will have the seminar. It will be in the Royal Theater from 9 to 11. Make sure that you're there for that 9 o'clock debarkation instructions, and we will give you more instructions on your tags that you will get to put on your luggage so that you know when you will be departing. So make sure that you do there. Thursday, our presentations are going to be by Dave Feldman and Dr. Boz. And then we have another conference right after them, low carb, keto, or carnivore, and need tickets to attend. And then that afternoon, we will be in Victoria, British Columbia. And Friday is when we go back home and we do all of that kind of stuff. Okay, Sherry says, are pools on board heated? Michelle answered, yes. That's good to know. I didn't even plan on bringing my suit.
And watch, they just won't heat them for us because I
suggested
said
amount
that.
to bring. Okay, Tina's asking,
right.
Tina's asking, yeah.
This is what's going to be in our script for our drivers, our leaders. A suggested amount would be $5 to $7 per couple for the driver and $5 to $7 per couple for our porters. Individuals, $2 to $3 for the driver and $2 to $3 for the porter. Those are our suggestions. And if you want to be more generous, that's fine. My husband will give you a really sad story about our driver, about how they had to just, get all their sick kids to school that day, and they really could use the tip. So, don't let him fool you into giving more than you really want to. But he will do that. He's a schmoozer.
Okay, Sherry said, let's see.
I've already been talking about you. Come here.
Lori asked, is there a place near the hotel where I can get Zevia, particularly caffeine free? I don't know the answer to that. You're just going to have to take that list that we provided and maybe ask some of those places. Holly asked, can I bring chicken fat since I can't have butter?
I don't know.
I don't see a reason why you can't if it's just in a small container that you're going to have in a Ziploc inside your
I bring heavy cream on board. What? You just missed the best looking guy ever, guys. Oh.
Hey, Shelton.
Hey, dear. How you doing?
Hey, Shelton. Love you.
Everybody will know this face by the time you leave.
Bless you.
You listen to him. Now you understand why he can schmooze.
He schmoozes.
Okay. Danny says we need tips for the trip to the ship and from the ship. That is correct. Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the return trip, we're just going to need tips for the driver, not the porters. But when we're going to the port, we tip for both. The porters are at the Royal Caribbean. I hope that answers everything.
Okay. Are there any other questions that we have not answered that you are still wondering about? Danny says we can bring heavy cream on board in our carry-on.
I do every time. I do. I have a little cooler lunch bag that I put my cream in, and it's fine until I get it into my refrigerator.
Do they have air fryers? No. Air fryers in
I'm not carrying mine on board with me, but no.
No.
I don't know how they cook in the kitchen on the ship.
Gee, Holly, I'm not, there's not air fryers in the cabin.
Yes, we have little fridges.
They're like little coolers.
Yeah, the fridges are more like fancy coolers. They always keep my Coke Zero nice and cold. I never have a problem with them. I have a few requests. I have a few requests to provide an actual refrigerator for people who need to keep their diabetic medicine more colder than what those might be. They might be. Okay.
Has this been fun?
Are you guys wondering about anything? Wondering about anything at all? Okay. We are so thrilled that you are with us. Let's see, Michelle ordered bottled water delivered, and that will be there in your room. Who's going to win the Derby? The fastest horse will.
Sherry wants to know what else you forgot to ask.
Sherry, as soon as we get off of here, you're going to think of something and post it in the group. It's okay.
Hair dryers, yes. There's hair dryers in the room.
Yes. If you have really heavy hair, you might want to bring your own, but they seem to handle typical hair pretty well.
Yep, they do.
Or just let it go. Just let it go. You're on vacation. Or bring fake hair. That works even better.
Who are you talking to?
Me for my formal night. I can't do anything with this anymore. I have to pull back and put fake hair on.
We have one last question.
At Port.
Yep.
At Port, are the towns within walking distance? I sure hope so, because I'm not. Yeah, they are. If there's not, there are shuttles that will take you in there. So, but yes, I plan on just getting off the ship at most of the places and wandering around town, other than the White Pass Railroad that I'm going to do. Liz has a red light belt for inflammation and a massage gun. Can I bring those? Liz, did you read that prohibited items I sent you? That should answer your question. I do not think those two items are going to be an issue. But just be prepared that if somebody looks in your things and they x-ray everything, if they think it's going to be a problem, if it has a heating element, something like that, that could possibly be a fire problem, they may take it from you and you would have to pick it up after the cruise is over.
You will get it back if they do.
We did miss a question from Stacy. She said, first time cruiser, do we need additional charging outlets and magnetic hooks for our cabins? I always bring hooks because I like an orderly cabin, but that's just me.
You have to be careful what you buy for additional outlets now. They're only letting you do things that have extra USB ports. And I usually get the international one so that I can put it into the international outlet.
You cannot use an extension that has other plugs in, only USB plugs.
Right.
So you're going to want to have one device that's going to have a bunch of USB things to plug in. You cannot have a device that has a whole bunch of things to plug in your prongs.
Ooh, we still get
Okay.
more questions. A rented scooter. Yes, it can be taken off the ship at ports. Can you take
Yes.
food back to your room? Absolutely. Go back there and eat on
Yes.
the balcony.
Yes.
Do it, Danny. Do it.
Absolutely.
You'll see
I
us with
always-
plates of bacon in the conference centers. I mean,
Yes. My husband always brings me a plate of bacon down in the conference center because I usually don't have time to get any breakfast. And I'm always sneaking snacks back to my room to enjoy.
And
you
your
won't
room's
get any
come in
weird
the
looks.
next day and clear all your dishes out. So
Yeah. You'll see people on the elevators with plates of food. So yeah, it's not weird.
Mhm. Yep.
And all you have to do is just ask one of the waiters to give you a cover to put over the top or throw a napkin over it. That works.
All right, guys.
Oh,
I think we're winding down.
Oh my gosh, we've been on here for an
okay.
hour
Well,
already.
hey, I'm always at the other end of an email. I try to answer as quickly as I can. So if you have any other questions or concerns, please let me know. Hopefully you have all have emailed me about any allergies that you might have so that I can mark them on your reservations. Please, please, please read your emails that come across. Inevitably,
We know there's a lot.
we have sent you all of the information, and inevitably we'll have somebody say that they didn't know that. And so we really have tried to cover everything possible. But you know, there may be things that people didn't understand or didn't read. So yeah.
Julie, you need to ask for a fridge for meds. You'll have the cooler in your room already.
In my opinion, most of the meds that you have, the coolers that are in the rooms handle them just fine.
Mm-hmm.
My Coke Zero, like I said, ends up ice cold.
Unless it's
but
something
we
that has
can
to be like in the
request a
freezer.
special. Yeah, we can request a special refrigerator. Just know that it's going to take up space in your room in addition to the one that's already there. Do we give up our luggage the night before we depart? Yes, that will be answered on that last day on Thursday. If you do not put your luggage out the night before we leave, you are responsible for getting it off the ship yourself. And the little gremlins come the night before and they take all our luggage out to the
storage,
to the warehouse area. They will all be numbered so that if you have a number 5 on your luggage, you'll go to area 5 and find your luggage, and then you will pick it up and you will go out to find your bus.
It is the saddest sight the whole cruise. All the luggage.
Michelle, do you bring Coke Zero or buy on board in bottles? I don't bring any soda with me anymore. My husband and I are blessed enough to be what they call Diamond Plus, and I get free. We each get free 5 drinks a day. We are not alcohol drinkers, and so sometimes if you happen to be around me and I haven't used up my 5 Coke Zeros in the day, I might buy you a drink. Who knows? You might follow me around, Matt. So Coke Zero is, you can bring it, but you're only allowed how much, Michelle? How many cans are we supposed to bring?
I think we're only allowed to bring a 12-pack per person.
Okay. Somebody was asking about the Facebook group. I just shared the link. Click on it quick and you can join us. Nancy?
Oh, I'm sorry that you haven't been a part of it. We've got some great stuff going in the Alaska. If you're still trying to Google it, look for the Alaska. Oh yeah, that's why you got 17 up.
It's called Low Carb Cruise Alaska 2025.
Yeah, and Kathy's got the link there, so click on that and just request to join.
And if you're bringing drinks on board with you, do not put them in your luggage, please.
Yes, carry on.
Carry on. I mean, when we did our December cruise, my family, there was a family that had, I'm not even kidding, they've had a case of water and 1 12-pack of soda for each of them, but they were not holding on to them when they were walking and they fell over and cans went everywhere. So beware. proceed
Yeah.
with caution.
If you enjoy a glass of wine, you can bring
One bottle.
One bottle.
Per
one
adult.
bottle per person. Yeah, and again, you're gonna want to be careful with that. One year, it was in a carrier that was dropped off the bus, and there was wine all over everywhere. So be careful with that. Okay, Nancy, you joined, but you're pending in the Facebook group. I will approve you shortly. Okay, we are so excited to have you all with us, and it is going to be an incredible time. At the meet and greet, we're going to have ribbons that will be for your state. We hope that you'll get your lanyard and go find the ribbons. And
Great.
if you're a troublemaker, you might even find a ribbon that says troublemaker. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. You are going to make lifelong friends here. So many of you I met many, many, many years ago, and I consider you my sisters and brothers. And it is just so wonderful. We have people coming from all over the world.
Australia, Iceland, Costa Rica.
Got some from New Zealand and Australia. It is just so fun to do all of that. You are my people, and I enjoy getting healthy with you. And that's all. Michelle, do you have anything more to say?
Nope, but I just approved the Tammy and Nancy for our group.
All right.
Perfect. Yay. Kathy, Shelton, do you have anything to say?
No, we're good.
We're so excited.
Okay.
Can't wait.
My husband would probably have something to say if he was here, but I sent him away.
And that's
good
out
thing.
there too.
Wise
Good
lady.
thing.
Wise lady.
You will have some fun getting to know our husbands. They are truly our
Crazy.
rocks. We love them to death, and they are such a big support to us.
Michelle,
So
what do we have final now, Debbie, for low carb cruise attendees?
I believe we have 342, maybe. We had somebody that had to pull out recently. And I mean, can you just think of that? 342 people who understand you, you know?
Yep.
It's pretty cool. A lot of the people may not be low carbers, and that's okay. We're rubbing off on them. So,
And don't be surprised if y'all are wearing your lanyards around and people ask you what the low carb cruise is, because it happens every single year.
And I always meet